Okay, I originally thought that the coronavirus was a ploy, nothing more than a trick by the government to make us think that there was something serious out there so that they could shut everything down, impose martial law, and tighten their grip on their tyranny. I thought it was all a farce because, I thought, oh, it's no more deadly than the flu when I originally looked at the stats. So far, I'm forced to eat those words and say I was wrong. The coronavirus is definitely for real. So far, it has killed 34,000 people worldwide. There are now more cases in the U.S. than there are in China. Italy is the same way. Both Italy and Spain have been hit pretty hard by this thing. I mean, you've got 10,000 dead in Italy as of now, and another almost 7,000 dead in Spain. It's just not a good situation. But anyway, that doesn't mean that I was wrong about the government wouldn't use this to try and tighten their grip, because they probably will. But anyway, it turns out this coronavirus is I read somewhere that on the research I've done thus far, I've come to the conclusion that it is basically a more contagious version of SARS. And this thing has proven many times more deadly than the flu, about maybe like 9 times more potent than the flu, or 9 times as lethal as the flu. But the reality is that this new disease is a wild card. I mean, you don't know how it'll affect you. I mean, if you're perfectly healthy, you could have the coronavirus right now and not experience any symptoms. Now or ever. But the problem is, I know even if it doesn't matter if you're willy-nilly and don't even notice, or if you're fucking dying, you can still spread it. So that's why we all have to be careful. And we still have to keep an eye on our governments. Because trust me, they're not above this crap. But hey, I made a few earlier videos saying this is all a front by the government to try and keep us under control. It turned out that wasn't the case. I was wrong. And when this pandemic ends, I will post a video about what I would have done differently in my preparation for it. Because I wasn't as prepared for this as I thought I would be. I'll admit that. I didn't have enough supplies, I feel. Anyway, this whole thing is just going crazy because, I mean, it's like people with no underlying conditions who are not senior citizens or infants are dying. And, I mean, teenagers and people in their 20s have died of this, with no underlying conditions. But it is known if you have things like heart disease, diabetes, or a cancer, or if you're undergoing chemotherapy, or have some autoimmune disease or something, or kidney disease, you're much more at risk of dying. Personally, I didn't think I or people like me would be at risk of dying because, I exercise quite regularly. I ride my bike everywhere. But it turns out that's not the case. And by the way, surgical masks don't do anything, so don't waste your money. Get a frickin' respirator, either disposable or permanent, if you can find one, that is. Anyway, just stay indoors. That's the best thing you can do. And just try to keep yourself safe at all times. But hey, who knows that you'd be spending a shit hits the fan scenario in front of a computer screen. I sure didn't think that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all. More later.